everyone. Trevor Jackson with you on 1410 KWYO at 106.9 FM. And welcome to our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com. Sheridan Troopers, Gillette Riders this afternoon. We're down to the Final Four in the state AA tournament. Winner will play for the state title tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. And we'll just have to wait and see how this goes. The Sheridan Troopers winning yesterday against Laramie. And for Gillette, they had their own meltdown last night. We saw the Sheridan Troopers led Cheyenne in Game 2 of this tournament and let that one get away. Well, Gillette let an even bigger lead get away last night late. And Cheyenne Post 6 is the only undefeated team left in the tournament. They will play Jackson at 4 o'clock, the only game of the day today. And after today, depending on how that game goes down, if Jackson could formulate an upset, it'll make it kind of interesting because we have 3 teams left. But as it stands, we will have 2 teams going into tomorrow. And again, the game, the state championship game, is set for 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. They would play an if necessary game if they had to. And as we go to the first inning here, again, coin flips determine home and visiting team, and Gillette will be the home team. They will take the field first, and the Sheridan Troopers will get the first crack at it. And Leighton Holden is doing the pitching for the Gillette Riders in this ball game, and he'll be throwing pitches today to Riley Schilling behind the plate. And we are ready to go as Michael Greer, the Trooper third baseman, will step in to lead off for the Troop. Again, loser out, winner plays for the title tomorrow morning at 11. So get settled in, here we go. So Greer will step in, and Holden, who is a right-handed thrower, taking a long time here. Now he'll come to the plate. And the first pitch, fastball driven right back up the middle for a single. Michael Greer with just ripped it right back up the middle. That's about the 3rd or 4th bat in a row that Michael had yesterday. Swinging first pitch all the way. Now Dalton Nelson will step in. He's the designated hitter today. Dylan Crino-Kroom is doing the pitching for the Troopers today, the lefty going. And Dalton Nelson, who bats from the left side, throws righty, will step in. Greer gets his lead at first, and Holden comes set. First pitch, breaking ball in there for strike 1. Just caught the inside corner. And again, Nelson, he's a singles machine dubbed by Shane Parker. He goes to all fields, so they're going to play him straight up. And here's the 0-1 from Holden. And it's a fastball foul down the left field line. Third baseman tracking it and makes the play for the first out. So Nelson pops out to the third baseman in foul territory for the first out. That's going to bring up Trevor Stowe. Boy, did he hit a bomb yesterday in the big rally for the Troopers in the 7th inning. A 3-run jack that I think when it finished rolling was right around North Main Street. He really hit that thing, and Trevor steps in. 1 out here in the top of the first for the Troopers. Greer takes his lead at first. And Holden will come to the plate. Breaking ball, going to be driven. Oh, the third baseman just makes a snag. Trevor ripped it, and the third baseman will glove the line drive, but he hit it really hard. So Stowe is robbed on the play. That had extra bases written all over it. And now Cody Kilpatrick will step in. Boy, Stowe just tore the cover off that one. And now Cody steps in with 2 outs here at the top of the first. And Michael Greer on first base. And the first pitch is a breaking ball up high for ball 1. And Greer again steps off first. And Holden will come to the plate. And that one is in the dirt for ball 2. Holden very deliberate here in the first inning of these batters. Troopers, just the opposite. Most guys working fast. Here's the 2-0 to Kilpatrick. Fastball going to be driven into center field. Center fielder going back and will make the play in front of the warning track for the third out. So the Troopers get a hit, and that's it in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. No score on the Range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Charlie Eisler here, owner of Auto Connections at 2514 North Main in Sheridan. Business has been terrific since Kim and I moved up to Sheridan permanently 3 years ago. Thank you, Sheridan. Cars, trucks, and SUVs, we have many to choose from. If you need a used car that won't break your budget, come see me. If you have bad credit or no credit, we can help. If you just want to talk baseball, come on by. Auto Connections, 2514 North Main.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, to Ronaldini Field at Thorn Rider Stadium. So nothing doing for the Troopers. They got the leadoff man, Michael Greer, on. Hit a couple of balls well, but nothing doing. And now Dylan Greeno-Groom, the lefty, will deal for the Troopers as we start the bottom of the first. Again, after the first day, all the games are determined, the home team and the visiting team, through a coin flip. And yesterday the Troopers were the visitors, and today on their home field, they're the visitors again. But you still get the same amount of at-bats. Troopers wearing their white and blues today, Gillette in their black and reds. As we go to the bottom of the first, and Dylan Greeno-Groom getting ready to get started here. Again, one more game today at 4 o'clock. Cheyenne will play Jackson. State title game set for tomorrow at 11 a.m. And Cody Kilpatrick will make a trip to the mound. Talking it out with Dylan, and now they're ready to go. Little fist bump, and here we go. So Dylan will go to work here. The leadoff man, Seth Peterson, the shortstop for Gillette, will step in. And the lefty fires the first pitch, just misses outside for ball one. We've been blessed by great weather this week. Another great day today. Here's the 1-0 up high again and outside for ball two. 2-0 the count. Dylan Smith in the same spot twice. And now the 2-0. Comes with a fastball. That's right down the middle for strike one. 2-1 the count. The Troopers, for the first 3 days, the pitching has been outstanding. Trevor Stowe, Nate Killian, Brendan Mortensen yesterday. Absolutely incredible pitching. Here's the 2-1. Right in there again. Nice breaking ball. You know, that was a fastball that had movement on it. Had a little tail on it. Lefties that throw with movement are tough to hit. That had a little bit of a tail on that fastball. And now 2-2 the count against Peterson. And here's the 2-2. Lined right back up the middle for a base hit. Sat on a fastball and drove it back up the middle, and the Riders have their first man on. The leadoff man for Gillette on, and Mason Drube will step in, playing center field for the Riders. So Mason Drube will step in here in the bottom of the first with a runner on. Troopers started off the same way and didn't get anything to show for it at the top of the first. And here's the first pitch from Groom. Going to bunt. Lays down a good one. Groom will field it. Throw to first in time for the out. Nice scoop there by Caden Steele. It's the only play he had. But that advances the runner to second. Little small ball. Yeah, try to get runs early if you can. And now Gillette has a runner in scoring position. 3-hole hitter Corey Schilling, the third baseman, will step in. With Peterson out at second base with one out here in the bottom of the first. And Groom fires that one low and inside for ball one. 1-0 the count. The runner at second gets his lead, and Groom comes set. And here's the 1-0. Up high, ball 2. With a fastball. And now the 2-0 from Dillon. And the lefty deals, and it's going to be popped in the air out of play for strike 1. Two and 1 the count to the Riders' third baseman, Schilling. One out here in the bottom of the first, runner on second base for Gillette. And now Dillon with the 2-1. This is going to be a ground ball hit into left field for a base hit. Runner's going to turn and stay at third. The relay comes in. Runners on the corners for Gillette now with 1 out. As Schilling with a solid ground ball single into left field. Nate Killian with a quick relay, and the runner held up. Well, you're going to be conservative early if you can. And now runners on the corners for Jason Fink, the first baseman. This is where you want the tailor-made double play. This is where you want a ground ball big time. And the Troopers could sure use one right now. Dylan Greeno-Groom could sure use one right now. With 1 out here in the bottom of the first, runners on the corners for the Riders. And Fink steps in. Breaking ball up high for ball 1. A lot of times, Nate Perleberg is the longtime coach in Gillette. He gets aggressive sometimes. They'll steal home. They'll suicide squeeze. They do everything. So if they keep you on your toes, that'll be one thing. Got to be ready for about anything. Groom will pick to first. Runner back in safely. At times, you'll be conservative in games. Perleberg sometimes will be very aggressive with his base running, with his guys. And now the 1-0 from Dillon. Fastball fouled back out of play. And they'll leave it up the count at 1-1. They had a good crowd on hand for the game today, even though we're playing early afternoon. Thank you for joining us on the air and on our webcast as well. Here's the 1-1. Down low inside for ball 2. And now the 2-1 to Fink. Runner gets his lead at first. And he'll pick to first, chase the runner back. Schilling runs well at first. But being a lefty, he'll hold him a little bit closer. Here's the 2-1 to Fink. And he'll pick again. And Schilling back in safely. And now the 2-1 to Fink. Come to the plate. Fouled. Back out of play again. They'll leave in the count at 2-2. Again, runners on the corners. With 1 out in the bottom of the first. No score on the range scoreboard. Gillette at bat. And the 2-2 count to Fink. Again, Dylan Greeno-Groom looking for a ground ball here if he can get one. And here's the pitch. And it's going to be ripped into right field for a base hit. That's going to score a run. They will not be able to go first to third. And the runner will score. Seth Peterson will score. Schilling to second. Fink with a solid single to right field. And it's 1-0 Riders here in the bottom of the first. Colson Cluck now will step in. Cluck playing left field for the Riders. So single, out, single. And Gillette's got a run. and Groom fires to the plate. This one to be popped up in the air. Caden Steele gives chase, out of play as it sails into the bleachers. So Gillette throwing the lumber around here a little bit in the first inning. Still one out, runners on the corners. Or I should say, runners at first and second. And Colson Cluck steps back in. Here's the 0-1 from Dylan Greeno-Groom. And that ball just misses low. Little off-speed pitch. And 1-1 to count. And here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike one. Got him with a high fastball on that pitch. And now 1-2 the count. Runners get set and Groom ready to come to the plate. Here's the 1-2. Runner goes to third. Throw down, strikeout, and the runner's going to be safe at third. You get the swing and a miss, but a great jump on the play by Schilling, and he'll end up at third. Fink doesn't go anywhere. Cluck strikes out. But it was Schilling with a great jump on the pitch. Steals third. So Mason Loftus will step into the box with runners on the corners and 2 outs. And 1 run across for Gillette here in the bottom of the first. Going to get a great jump by Schilling. Cody Kilpatrick had no shot to get him at third on the throwdown. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. To Loftus, the right fielder for the Riders. Again, expect anything and everything from this team. They'll lay down bunts with 2 outs and do all kinds of stuff. They'll try to steal home, swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 down the count. See if Dylan can go get him himself. Right here. And now the 0-2 from Dylan Greeno-Groom. The lefty deals down low for ball 1. Runner will go to second, and Gillette wants to get in a rundown if they can. Groom's going to go to the plate. Cody Kilpatrick is going to chase Fink to second, and that'll end that rundown. You know, I hate to say this, but that went out of style years ago, and I played for the Dairy Queen team when I was 8. We did that play all the time. I hate to say it, but it's like, whatever. Just let Fink go to second, and they did. So now you've got a 1-2 count. Now, I don't want to disparage anyone. That wasn't a shot at Gillette. Well, maybe it was a little shot. Here's the 1-2 with 2 outs. See if Groom can go get him himself. And he will fire, and he struck him out. Going to have to throw down to first. Kilpatrick will finish it up. And the Troopers get out of it. Couple of strikeouts for Dylan. We go to the top of the second. On the range scoreboard, it's Gillette 1, Sheridan nothing. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM and our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com.
Have you been into Sears Hometown Store lately? They have great deals, especially if you buy in bulk and purchase 10 or more appliances within 90 days. If you're a contractor, that means huge savings. They also have deep freezes in stock for the rest of us. Or maybe it's time to upgrade your mower. Well, the friendly staff at Sears can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Locally owned and operated. That's Sears Hometown Store. Big name, small town owners.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Yep, Trevor Jackson played for the Dairy Queen in Miles City, Montana at the age of 8 years old. And yes, we did get free treats after the game. My favorite treat was the Lemon Lime Mr. Misty back in the old days. And we go to the top of the second. Troopers coming up. Caden Steele is going to lead it off. Gillette leading it 1-0 as we go to the second. And the Trooper first baseman, Caden Steele, will step in. And we got more and more fans are starting to file in. We've got a good group today. Obviously, with Gillette being close, they've got several fans here, but a lot of Sheridan folks out today sitting in the sun, enjoying it. And now Holden back to work. First pitch to Caden Steele. Fastball driven into right center field. It's deep. Center fielder going back, and he does not get there. It's off the wall, and Caden Steele has himself a stand-up double. Boy, he hit that a long way. Right center field off the monster. Right under the First Interstate Bank sign. And Caden Steele leads off the top of the second with a stand-up double. As soon as that left the bat, the center fielder started drifting, and it was obvious he was not going to catch up to it. And now Cale Hamrick, the Trooper shortstop, will step in. Runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the second. Steele gets his lead at second. Holden will take a look and come to the plate. And the fastball down low for ball one. Boy, Caden Steele hit that a long way. That's the deepest part of the ballpark here on Rodolini Field at Thorn Rider Stadium. Deepest part's that right center field. But it hit off the wall, and the center fielder was able to grab it and flip it back in. Here's a ground ball hit at the shortstop. That'll advance the runner. Throw across in time for the out, but Steele will advance. And Cale Hamrick grounds out, but he moves the runner over. Now Caden Steele on third base with one out here in the top of the second. So Cale did his job, and now Brock Steele will step in. The Trooper right fielder. One out, runner on third for the Troops here in the top of the second. Down 1-0 on the range scoreboard. Holden comes with a breaking ball, and Steele fouls it into the tennis courts over at Thorn Rider Park. And if you're driving a red Dodge pickup, you have a dent in the back quarter panel because it smoked it pretty good. Here's the 0-1. Another breaking ball way up high for ball one. Yeah, we got good body shops in Sheridan. It's a good one at Hammer Chevrolet, one of our great sponsors. Here's the 1-1. Fastball going to be hitting the center field. This is going to get a run in. It's deep enough, and Steele's going to score easily and tie this ball game up. So Brock with a sac fly, and Caden Steele will score the first Troopers run, and you can hear that crowd. Brock hit it to the warning track, so it was easily going to score Caden. And Nate Killian will step in now with 2 outs and nobody on base for the Troops, but the Troops have tied it up here in the top of the second. And Killian goes to work. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. A little late on the fastball from Schilling. And here's Holden again. Misses way outside for ball one. 1-1 the count. And the 1-1 is going to be a called strike. The Sheridan crowd is laughing and mocking a little bit. That was kind of a liberal strike right there, but no, you live and die with it. Here's the 1-2 to Killian. He's got to protect, misses outside. They'll leave it up at 2-2. And the pitch, I don't even know if it was borderline, but it was called, so you just got to go back to your bat in your hands. Here's the 2-2 to Nate. That one down low. Oh, he rung him up. Oh, my goodness. Oh. I thought that ball bounced into the catcher's glove. Oh, my goodness. And everybody just kind of shaking their heads. So am I. Killian gets robbed, but the Troopers have tied it up. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO on 106.9
Selling
FM.
your home or business without a real estate agent can be a lot like baseball. Home runs do happen, but not as much as strikeouts, fouls, or fly balls. What you aren't aware of in your transaction could leave you with possible unexpected issues and could leave you heading back to the dugout. Real estate transactions require a professional. So if you're looking for that, call me, Kim Hall with ERA Carroll Realty at 520-227-5543. That's 520-227-5543.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
That was a tough punch out on Killian. That was a real tough punch out, and sometimes, hey, that happens. We're all human. You know what? You get a bad call sometimes. You get a good call sometimes. And that time, I think Nate's got one of those whoopsies. And take my word for it, folks. When you're the umpire and you make a call like that, you know what you've done, and you just got to shake it off. And, you know, after the game's over, I might apologize to the kid a little bit, but boy, that thing looked like it almost bounced into the catcher's glove. It was so low. But the Troopers get the thing tied up as we go to the bottom of the second, and Dylan Greeno-Groom will go back to work, and Jamin Collada will step in. He's the DH for the Riders today. Bats from the right side. And Dylan will fire the first pitch at the top of the second inning. Breaking ball. Oh, boy. Wow. That looked really good. I think the umpire maybe thought it was high, but boy, that looked really good. And now the crowd is starting to get a little antsy. Here's the 1-0. High fastball popped in the air down the third base line. They're going to give chase, but it'll be out of play. Oh, boy. You get a strikeout on a questionable pitch to end the inning, and then the first pitch of the next inning is really good, and you don't get the call. But that's the life of an umpire. You got to have rhinoceros hide because they're going to rip you. And that's part of the deal. Look, right now it's elimination day, so everybody's living and dying on every pitch. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball misses up high. And 2-1 the count to Collada. This is again way outside. 3-1 now the count. So 3-1 the count on Collada. Here in the top of the second, we're tied at 1 on the Range scoreboard. 3-1, going to be driven deep to left field. Killian goes back, watches it off the top of the wall. Home run. Goes off the top of the monster for a solo jack. Collada homers. It went right off the top of the wall and bounced about 20 feet up in the air and goes over. So Collada with a solo jack, and the Riders take the lead back 2-1. And we start over again with nobody out here in the top of the second.
Now batting for the Riders, number 3, Riley Schilling.
And now Riley Schilling will step in, the catcher. First pitch, breaking ball in there for strike 1. Schilling is the 8-hole hitter. Hecker's on deck. Next pitch, fastball. Wow. I don't know. The Troopers have got to be thinking that Groom's getting squeezed. That looked like a great pitch. That's a strike all day the first 3 days of this tournament. Here's the 1-1. Going to be driven right into center field for a base hit. Wow. Wow. I think the coaches in the Trooper dugout are going to start getting a little twitchy. Because there's 3 pitches right there that have gone against him, and I don't know where that fastball missed. And then the next pitch gets lined into center field. And the Troopers still got to go to work here. Nobody out, top of the second. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1 to Dom Hecker, the second baseman. And now the 0-1 from Dylan Greeno-Groom. He'll come to the plate. Going to be a bunt. It's laid down. Got to go to first with it. And it is going to be a bad throw down low. Caden Steele could come up with it. Everybody's safe. And the Troopers are in a great big jam right now. And Dylan Greeno-Groom's got to dig deep right now. They got to get a double play or something because Gillette could blow this thing open right now. We're back to the top of the order. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. Already a run across with a solo home run. And Dylan's having a hard time getting in the strike zone. And the first pitch, batter squares, bunts it foul. I know pitching-wise, nobody going to work in the bullpen yet, but I know Brock Steele has not pitched yet. Brock playing in right field. That would be an option today for relief and see if Dylan can get out of this. 0-1 the count to Drew, or to Peterson, excuse me. And he'll square bunt again, lay it down. Got to make the play at first. And this time they do make the play, but now you got runners on second and third with one out. Here in the top of the second.
Now batting, number 24, Mason Drew.
So Mason Drew will step in. 0 for 1 on the day. Runners on first and second, one out, top of the second for the Riders. They lead 2-1. First pitch up high, ball one. I just have to think that Brock Steele's the long relief guy today. Out in right field, no action yet in the Trooper bullpen. You can't let it go too long. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball in there for strike one. Now leaving up the count at 1-1. No, the Boo Birds get louder the deeper you go into the tournament. And you got two rivals playing each other. Here's the 1-1 from Groom. Swing and a miss for strike two. Boy, it'd be big if he could get Drew right here. Try to get that second out. Try to limit the damage here to the solo home run if you can. Because a base hit's going to score a couple. Here's the 1-2. And it's going to be popped in the air. Shallow right field. Stowe is going back. Steele comes on, and Brock makes the play. He's going to throw to the plate. Runner can't advance. Brock just threw a rocket to the plate. And the runner can't move. If the runner goes at third, it's all over by 20 feet. It wasn't hit deep enough probably to try it. Now Corey Schilling, the third baseman, will step in with two outs. And again, Dylan Greeno-Groom trying to limit the damage here to the solo home run with two outs and runners on second and third for Gillette. And here's the first pitch to Schilling. Breaking ball. Catches the outside corner for strike one. Boy, live there all day if you can, son. That was a great pitch. And now the 0-1. Fastball popped up in the air, out of play. Kilpatrick's going to take a look at it, but no, it's behind us, out of play. And now 0-2 the count. And so Dylan Greeno-Groom is one great pitch away from getting out of this. And now the 0-2 to Corey Schilling. Kilpatrick wants it outside. And it comes inside, swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Kilpatrick. He'll throw down to first, and the out is registered. And Dylan Greeno-Groom gets out of it with a strikeout with one run. Troopers down 2-1. We go to the top of the third. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9
You open
FM.
your account with your local Sunlight Federal Credit Union, but maybe you find yourself on vacation or going to college or are moving away and you wonder how will you access your account? Well, don't worry, it has never been easier. You can access your account at more than 5,000 co-op shared branch locations in all 50 states, just like you were at your home credit union. To find the nearest branch, visit coopsharedbranch.org. Sunlight Federal Credit Union, banking done local no matter where you are. Sunlight Federal Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender, building a brighter future together.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, a solo home run in the second inning from Jamin Kalata, and it looked like the Riders were going to be on a roll there. But Dylan Greeno-Groom, Dylan made some great pitches and got out of it. It looked like the Riders had a chance to really blow it open. What a perfect day. Little breeze blowing in from center field, 83 degrees right now as we go to the top of the third. And leading off for the Troopers is the 9-hole hitter, Carter Dubberly. Will come to the plate. Carter yesterday against Laramie, 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Michael Greer waits on deck as we get back to the top of the order, so it's Dubberly, the lefty, against the righty, Holden. First pitch, breaking ball up high for ball 1. Ken Carter handles the bat well, can go to all fields. Has a little pop in the bat as well. First pitch, a little flare into left field, but it's too deep, and the left fielder will make the play. So Dubberly goes the other way, but flies out to left field. For the first out, back to the top of the order, Michael Greer. First pitch he saw, first pitch of the ball game. He drove it right back up the middle on a big line drive for a single. But he was stranded there at first base in the top of the first. And the first pitch to Greer. Breaking ball fouled back into the screen. The last couple of games, Michael has been very aggressive at the plate. Swung at first pitches yesterday, swinging at first pitches today as well. Here's the 0-1 to Greer. Holden fastballs, little tap back to the pitcher. Holden will glove it, and the throw to first is in time for the out. And 2 down now for the Troops in the top of the third, and Dalton Nelson will step in. Dalton popped out to the third baseman in his first at-bat. So Dalton again bats from the left side, throws right, bats left, just like Dubberly. Or bats left and throws right, excuse me. First pitch is a fastball, low and away for ball 1. And Holden working a little bit quicker now. Fastball going to be driven into right field, but it's right at the right fielder, and he will go back and make the play. Nelson hit it well, but not well enough, and the right fielder will gather it in, and that's it for the Troops in the top of the third. We go to bottom of 3. It's Gillette 2, Sheridan 1 on the Range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM and our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com.
That there 15 hands Appaloosa's a real trailblazer.
What in the tarnation are you talking about? I don't see no horse.
I ain't talking about no horse, you idiot. I'm talking about the Western Style Super Premium Ice Cream from Cowboy Creamery in Sheridan, Wyoming.
Those are names of ice cream from Cowboy Creamery?
Yep, they have amazing ice cream and now have an outdoor eating area offering cones, shakes, floats, and treats.
I'm saddling up the 15 hands Appaloosa and heading out to Cowboy Creamery.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. We go to bottom of 3. 2-1 Gillette on the Range scoreboard. And the Riders will have the first baseman, Jason Fink, leading it off to start the bottom of the third, leading it 2-1. But again, Dylan Greeno-Groom gave up the solo home run and then really got into a pickle, but got out of it. He got the fly ball to right field in the strikeout. And now Fink will step in. Big first baseman. Right-handed batter, and here comes the first pitch from Dillon. Breaking ball just misses the corner on the inside. For ball one. Again, winner today, plays for the state title tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. Here's the 1-0 to Fink. Fastball up high for ball two. Coming up later on this afternoon at 4 o'clock, Cheyenne will play Jackson. Cheyenne, the only team left undefeated in the tournament. Jackson eliminated Casper yesterday. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball in there for strike one. Great pitch. Kind of a big old left-handed looping breaking ball. And he dropped the hammer right there. 2-1 now the count to Fink. And the 2-1. Fastball right down the middle of the knees. Called strike two. 2-2 the count. And now the 2-2 to Fink. And the fastball up high, misses. Again, that's one of those pitches trying to get him fishing a little bit. Dillon overthrew it a little bit. That'll run the count to full. 3-2 the count. As we get a little cloud cover now, we like that on a warm day. And now the full count, the payoff pitch. Fastball. And it's a high fly ball in the center field. Dubberly underneath it, and he will make the play. So Fink goes down with a fly ball to center field. And that'll bring up Colson Cluck as a strikeout victim in his first at bat. I don't know why we call them strikeout victims. I don't know if you can victimize yourself unless the pitcher's victimizing you. But that's been a baseball lingo term for decades. And here's the first pitch from Dillon, up high breaking ball. Let that one go a little early for ball one. 2-1 Gillette. Again, bottom of 3. Gillette at bat with one out. And nobody on base. Here's the 1-0. Comes with a fastball and misses low. 2-0 now the count to Colson Cluck, the left fielder for Gillette. Carson Luftus waits on deck. He also was a strikeout victim in his last at bat. And here's the 2-0 to Cluck. And this is going to be driven right back up the middle, and it'll be a base hit as it bounces right in front of Carter Dubberly. And Colson Cluck has himself a hit. And Gillette has a base runner now with one out here in the bottom of the third. Runner on first with one out. And Caden Luftus will step in, the right fielder for the Riders. And the runner gets his lead at first. And Dillon will come to the plate. Fastball in there for strike one, looking. And again, thinking ahead, you're always looking for a double play ball. Try to induce a ground ball here. Let your defense do something with it. And now the 0-1 to Luftus. And he'll squirt a bunt and whiffs at it. Throw down to first, and not in time as the runner's safe. A snap throw by Kilpatrick after the bunt was blown. Now it's 0-2 to Luftus. Hey, they're not afraid to bunt with 2 strikes either. So be ready for it. He will not square, and the breaking ball is up high for ball one. 1-2 the count now to Luftus. And the crowd keeps filing in. We got a good group. And again, thanks so much to all of you who have come out and been listening and watching and supported the Troopers this week. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out again for the second out. As Luftus goes down with a K. And that's going to bring up Jamin Kalata. Last time he stepped to the plate, solo home run to left field off the top of the monster in left field. He's the 7-hole hitter, and he's the DH today, and he got all of it. And it was a moonshot. First pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike one. Great pitch. Unhittable. It's a breaking ball in the outside corner at the knees. Not much a right-hander can do with that. And the runner gets his lead at first. And Dillon will come to the plate again. Fastball, swing and a miss for strike 2. As he induces a swing and a ball out of the strike zone. That's what you want. That's just gravy for a pitcher. And now he's got him 0-2. So now you can be careful with him. Here's the 0-2 to Collada. Breaking ball, fouled at the plate. And I think Collada fouled that off his foot. Umpire's going to take a little bit of a walk here. Let Collada recover. He's all right. He's a tough kid. He didn't want any help from his coach either. If you've ever done that, if you're a baseball player, if you ever fouled one off the instep of your left foot or right foot if you're a lefty, oh my goodness. Here's the 0-2 again to Collada. Come with a fastball, fouled it right back into the screen, and it's still 0-2. 2-1 Gillette. Again, bottom of 3. They're the home team in the ball game today. With 2 outs and a runner on first base, here's the 0-2 again to Collada. Comes with a fastball, fouls it out of play again. So Collada kind of hanging in there, trying to stay alive. And the people keep filing in. And again, big thanks to everyone who came out to the ballpark to support the tournament, support the Troopers, and everybody online today and listening on the radio. I know you're working today. And that pitch just misses outside with a breaking ball. Tried to get the strikeout right there. And Collada let it go for ball 1. Just missed the outside corner with that breaking pitch. And Kilpatrick makes the call. And we'll set up on that outside corner again. Fastball, swing and a miss, struck him out. And we go to the 4th. Back-to-back Ks for Dillon Greeno-Groom. And we go to the 4th. Troopers down 2-1 on the range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM, and our live web stream, SheridanMedia.com.
Are you looking for social media management, web development, videography, graphic design, or assistance with grant writing? Then Redinger Technologies is your solution. They can help you change your marketing execution capacity today, leaving you to do what you do best, run your business. Give them a call at 307-285-0105 or find them online at redingertechnologies.com. Redinger Technologies. Let the professionals handle it for you.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, as we go to the top of the 4th. Troopers, again, are the visitors today. (2-1) Gillette. We got a new pitcher in there? I think we got a new pitcher. Do we have a new pitcher? We got the same dude?
Number 5.
We got a new pitcher in there. No, we don't. Yeah, we do. No, that's still Holden. Sorry. I thought we had a new guy in there. Same dude. Trevor Stowe will lead off for the Troops here in the top of the 4th. So the 3-hole hitter, Kilpatrick and Caden Steele, coming up next. And Holden goes to work again. First pitch. Breaking ball up high for ball 1. To Stowe. And Trevor yesterday lit up this place with a big 3-run homer in that victory over Laramie. And here's the 1-0 to Stowe. And that fastball hits the inside corner at the knees for strike 1. And here's the 1-1 from Holden. Breaking ball misses way up high. 2-1 the count to Stowe. And the 2-1. Popped out of play. 2-2. If the Troopers can get through this game, Stowe would be eligible to pitch tomorrow. And their pitching staff would be back in order. Still got Brock Steele out there, who has not pitched in the tournament yet. Here's the 2-2 to Stowe. Fastball misses low, full count. Again, Trevor's dangerous. You don't want to miss in the middle of the plate. Because he'll hit it to the river or hit it in the jailhouse, as we've said for decades. Here's the 3-2. Fastball. Hit well to left field. Way back. Gone! Oh, what did I just say? He threw it down the middle and still crushed it. Absolutely crushed that ball. Way out of here. And we're tied at 2. Don't throw it down the middle. Don't throw it down the middle. Excuse me. I mean, that was... The home run yesterday went longer, but that was pounded. Oh, my goodness, don't throw it down the middle. He made him pay. Cody Kilpatrick will step in. First pitch to Kilpatrick, fastball to knee. He's in there for strike 1. Oh, my goodness. The timing was perfect. Don't you love it when you call it? Don't throw it down the middle, son. Here's the 0-1 to Kilpatrick. Breaking ball up high for ball 1. That was a no-doubter. Left fielder took one step, and that was all he had to do. Take one step and watch it go. Next pitch, another breaking ball up high. 2-1 the count now to Kilpatrick. So Trevor Stowe homers in back-to-back games for the Troops to tie it up. Here's the 2-1. Fastball in there for strike 2. 2-2 the count. And now the 2-2 from Holden. And that's well outside. Count goes full. Kilpatrick's got a little pop as well. Got to be careful with him. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And this one's going to be popped in the infield. Cody is angry with himself. Third baseman on makes the play for the first out. So the Troopers have tied it up on the solo home run from Trevor Stowe. And now Caden Steele will step in. Caden scored the first Sheridan run today. So nobody on with one out. Troopers have tied it up here in the top of the 4th. And the first pitch to Caden. And this was going to be fouled down the right field line and slicing out of play. Sometimes it's just uncanny. You just have a feeling someone's going to do something big, and that was that Trevor Stowe at bat. And the 0-1 to Caden Steele. Breaking ball just misses. Oh, boy, Holden wanted that pitch, and he didn't get it. And there's a little murmur from the Gillette fans on that one. 1-1 the count now to Caden Steele. And almost hit him. It did hit him. Just nipped him. And Caden Steele on at first base now with one out. And that'll bring up Cale Hamrick. He grounded out to short in his first at bat. 2-2. We're tied here in the top of the 4th. Troopers at bat with one out and Caden Steele on first base. First pitch to Hamrick is a fastball that bounces in front of the plate. And now Cale will step back in. Caden gets his lead at first. So each team today with a solo home run tied at 2. Here's the 1-0 to Hamrick. Fastball fouled up and out of play. And they'll lead him up the count at 1-1. And now the 1-1 to Hamrick. Pick to first and Steele back in time easily. And Cale will step out. Now he'll step back in. Holden comes set. He'll take a look at first. Steele with his lead. 1-1 the count on Hamrick. Holden will come to the plate. Breaking ball way up high for ball 2. Again, winner of this game moves on to the title game tomorrow at 11. Loser turns their gear in tomorrow. You don't want to be doing that. Here's the 2-1 to Hambrick. And this can be grounded right to the second baseman. Taylor made double play on to short, high, throwing away at first base. Heading to second, and in there, no, he's out. Oh, boy. Hambrick got a late jump, but a great throw by the catcher. Gets him at second. So Hambrick erased, so it turns into a double play. A 4-6-2-4 double play. The ball was well overthrown, and Hambrick got a pretty good jump, but the ball came right to the catcher, and he threw a dart to second base for the out. Troopers have tied it up. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWY on 106.9 FM.
Being a truly great dental practice isn't just about treating patients. It's about finding meaningful ways to serve in your community. Dr. Michelle Meehan encourages you to get involved. Donate to local charities. Serve on a board. Sponsor local events and sports teams. Volunteer your time and give back. Sheridan's a wonderful place with so many awesome nonprofits that could use your time and talents. Dr. Michelle Meehan, sponsoring Sheridan Troopers Baseball on SheridanMedia.com and KWYO.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Troops get it tied up with a solo home run from Trevor Stowe. And back-to-back games with a home run for Trev. The one last night, I think, was rolling around on Main Street. That one today was more of a line drive shot that got way out of here. And now we go to work here in the bottom of the 4th. Dylan Greeno-Groom, the lefty, will go to work, leading it off for the Riders, as they like to be. They were the Rough Riders for years. Now they want to be the Riders. They're copying Cheyenne. Cheyenne was post 6. Then they were the Sixers, and now we're the Riders. What are we going to get called in Sheridan? The Troop? I don't know. Here's the first pitch from Groom. Breaking ball. Oh, boy. Good-looking pitch. A little bit high, maybe. Maybe cross the plate at the letters. Here's the 1-0. Fastball in there for strike 1. I'm going to tell you what, the first few days of this tournament, the umpire's been really good. For the most part. I don't think we've had really any major controversies. These guys have done a good job. Here's the 1-1. And Dylan will deal, and it's going to be driven into center field. And Dubberly dives and makes the catch. Carter Dubberly last night, or yesterday against Laramie, made one of the all-time great catches. I mean, he laid out in left center field last night that was unbelievable against Laramie. And that was another great catch by Carter. That line drive was not look like a single all the way, and Dubberly robs him. So one out here, and Tom Hecker will step in. First pitch to Hecker, and Greeno-Groom drops the hammer with the deuce right there for strike 1. 0-1 the count now to Hecker. Same spot, strike 2. Another curveball right over the top. And now 0-2. Don't want to get too cute here. Here's the 0-2 with one out here in the 4th. And he misses outside with a breaking ball. You don't want to throw him to anything too good. Our good friend from Cheyenne, Keith Kelly, with us today, broadcaster. Keith, also the voice of the Wyoming Cowgirl basketball team, is with us today. And here's a line drive hit right at Trevor Stowe. He'll make the play for the second out. And Keith Kelly, my friends, one of the good guys. He's sitting right here, and he's just absolutely dying listening to that, aren't you? Are you? But you're a good guy. You know, your wife thinks you're a good guy. I think you're a good guy. And your mom thinks you're a good guy. My wife even likes you. And she doesn't like anybody. Here's the first pitch to the top of the order, Seth Peterson, and it's in there for strike one. I just want to embarrass you a little bit. No, Keith's a good guy. Voice of the Cowgirls, you'll hear him this winter during basketball season. Here's the 0-1. Fastball in there for a called strike two. That's what I love about broadcasting baseball. It's a slow enough game you can have banter. Aren't you glad you sat down next to me? Here's the 0-2. Just misses down low. Aren't you glad? Okay. I didn't want to embarrass you. I know you're humble. Here's the 1-2 from Dylan Greeno-Groom. With 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. We're tied at 2 on the range scoreboard. And the 1-2. Fastball misses again down low. That'll leave it up the count at 2-2. Dylan with 5 strikeouts today. Gave up the solo home run. And the 2-2. Breaking ball fouled away. As Peterson, the leadoff man for Gillette, stays alive. Able to get a piece of it. He scored the first run for the Riders today. And the 2-2. Fastball. Oh, my goodness. Just misses. The Sheridan crowd didn't like that. I'll tell you what, he's lucky he's not in the dugout right now sitting on the bench. Because that looked like that was strike 3. Here's the 3-2. And this is going to be driven right at Cale Hamrick. He'll have to play it short for the out. So it works out. The Troopers have tied it up. We go to the 5th. We're tied at 2. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Some of the best things about business are the connections you make. Whether you're working with people down the block, across the state, or on the other side of the country, Range can help keep your connections strong. I'm Gabe Reese, your Range Business Solutions Specialist. I'm here to make sure your business has the network service, internet, phone system, and video monitoring you need. With Range, you're connected to the best. One company, one network, all for one reason. You. Range.net.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, the Troopers fell behind twice and have come back to tie it twice. So we go to the 5th. Top of 5, Troopers and Gillette tied at 2 apiece. And I think now we've got the same pitcher in there for the Riders. Holden's still in there. Here we go. Top of 5. And the Troopers have Brock Steele, Nate Killian, and Carter Dubberly coming up. Again, hey, loser's done. Winner moves on tomorrow. There's a lot of tension right now. These kids are putting on a good show. All 18 of them on both sides are putting on a good show. Here's the first pitch from Holden to Steele. That's a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. And here's the 0-1. This is a ground ball just wide of third for strike 2. Brock in his first at bat today, sacrifice RBI. Sack fly for an RBI. And now it's 0-2. Now he's got to protect. Well, maybe Holden make a mistake here. Here's the 0-2. Fastball going to be driven up the middle, but a short hops to the second baseman. Will throw across, and it's a wild throw, and Steele is safe. I'll tell you what, the second baseman kind of nonchalanted that. It was a soft liner, and he had to take it on a bounce. And that was Hecker. And he kind of nonchalanted that throw over there, and it pulled Fink off the bag. And now Nate Killian will step in. Nate struck out looking in his first at bat. So the Troopers with the leadoff man here on the top of the 5th. And Brock Steele will get his lead at first. And Killian steps in. And he'll square to bunt and foul it away. And now you're at that point. You're tied at 2. You're in the 5th. We're 7-inning ball games. Now you're just thinking about trying to scratch out a run. I think all the teams are in that position, trying to scratch one out. It's been tough. The pitching has been really good through these first couple of days. Killian will square again. And Nate will foul it off again. If you're going to sacrifice, you got to lay it down. You just absolutely have to put it in play. So the 0-2, now Killian's going to shorten up and try to put this thing in play if he can. And now the 0-2 to Killian. Throw over to first, Steele back in easily. Nope, if you're called on to sacrifice, that's what you do. You're not trying to get on base. And now the 0-2 to Killian. And Holden will come to the plate. And it's a fastball, misses. Steele's going to go to second, throw down, not in time. And Brock will end up in scoring position as the ball trickles away from the catcher. So now the Troopers with a runner in scoring position in a tie ball game here in the top of the fifth. We're tied at 2 on the Range scoreboard. 1-2 the count to Nate Killian. Carter Dubberly waits on deck. Steele gets his lead at second. Anything, and a curveball way up high. And again, Holden let that one go way early. That was way over the head of Killian. And now 2-2 the count as Nate battles here in this at bat. Holden will come to the plate. Fastball, swing and a miss, struck him out again. So 2 strikeouts for Killian. And now with 1 out and a runner in scoring position, Carter Dubberly will step in. Carter flew out to left field in his first at bat. Again, Carter had 2 hits and a couple of RBIs yesterday. Well, a good solid base hit scores Steele easily from second. And now Dubberly, again, Carter throws right, bats lefty. And the pitch in there for strike 1, fastball on the outer third of the plate for 0-1 count. Again, we're in the top of the fifth with 2 outs. Or, excuse me, top of the fifth, tied at 2 with 1 out on the Range scoreboard. And here's the 0-1 to Dubberly. Breaking ball just misses outside. And they'll leave him up to count at 1-1. And now the 1-1 from Holden. Steele gets his lead. Holden will take a look and come to the plate. Fastball, swing and a miss on a foul tip. 4 strike 2, 1-2 the count now to Dubberly. Leadoff man Michael Greer waits on deck. Michael 1 for 2 today with a single in the first pitch of the ball game. Then grounded out to first base. And now the 1-2 to Dubberly. And they'll fake a pick back to second. And Steele will scamper back to second base. He's not stealing third, I can tell you that. He runs too well on a well-hit ball. Swing and a miss, and Dubberly strikes out. So 2 down now for the Troopers, and back-to-back strikeouts for Holden. And Michael Greer will step in. And again, he got real aggressive yesterday at the plate and has been very aggressive today, looking for first pitches. I mean, looking first pitch fastball all day yesterday and today. And now with 2 outs and Steele on at second base, Greer steps in. And they'll chase Steele back to second base. And now we're set and ready to go again. And Holden will come to the plate. Breaking ball. And the crowd didn't like that. It looked like it was a little high. And that again will draw the ire of the Sheridan fans. The people from Gillette loved it. 0-1 the count to Greer. It looked a little high. Well, whatever. And now the 0-1. And this one's going to be popped up in the infield. Now behind the plate, catcher will chase, and it's out of play. So 0-2 now the count to Greer as that one hit the netting in front of the grandstands. And Michael with new life, but he's down 0-2 in the count. And right now the Troopers one swing away from taking the lead here in the top of the fifth. If we get there, Dalton Nelson, the DH, waits on deck. And the 0-2 to Greer. Fastball, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the Troopers go down here in the fifth. And we go to the bottom of 5. We're tied at 2. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM on our live video web stream. SheridanMedia.com.
Doesn't matter the weather. It's always grilling season with the Traeger grill. You can grill, smoke, baste, roast, braise, and barbecue, and with temperature controls. No more burned food. Check out the Traeger grills at Blodorn Lumber in Sheridan. And while you're there, pick up a cookbook and some rubs and sauces too. Find your new Traeger grill at Blodorn Lumber, serving Sheridan since 1957.
You buy it right, then you build it right. When you start with the pros, that's Blodorn Lumber.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, as we go to the bottom of 5 as the Rough Riders come to the plate. I'm not going to call them the Riders. They have a new nickname for them as well, but I can't say it on our radio stations. If you see me walking down the streets, you can ask me the nickname people call them that they don't like. And that's why they call themselves the Riders now instead of the Rough Riders. But you know what? It's an homage to Teddy Roosevelt. I would keep the name. Teddy Roosevelt, one of the greatest presidents we've ever had in our country. Why don't you keep the Rough Riders as your name? But people were mocking them, so they changed it. And now we go to the bottom of 5. And coming up for the Riders will be Mason Drube. And ground ball hit at Michael Greer. He'll glove it and throw across for the out. So Drube down here in the bottom of the 5th. Michael Greer with the glove, that kind of a in-between hop, and guns him out. And now Corey Schilling walked and struck out 0 for 1 today. And the first pitch is a breaking ball in there for strike 1. That's a good-looking, big old looping left-handed curveball from Dillon. For strike 1. Fastball just misses a little high. Right at the letters for ball 1. 1-1 the count. And now the 1-1. Oh, just misses the corner. And again, the crowd kind of shaking their heads. Boy, they wanted that one. Nothing coming out of that Trooper dugout, but oh, that was close. That was too close to take. 2-1 now the count. To Schilling. Here's the 2-1. This is going to be hit well into left field. Line shot. Killian back and makes the play. He got it on the button, but not good enough. And Nate's able to make the play for the second out, and that'll bring up Jason Fink. So Fink steps in with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And the first pitch is a fastball up high for ball 1. Hey. And here's the 1-0 to Fink. Fastball misses down low, 2-0 the count. Fink today has reached once, flew out to center field. Had a single in the first, Flew out to center in the third to Carter Dubberly. And now the 2-0. Breaking ball grounded, foul, wide of third base. And they'll leave the count at 2-2. Tied at 2, bottom of 5. With 2 outs for Gillette, nobody on base. And this has turned into a pretty good battle. We had some good games this week. And a breaking ball fouled at the plate. As Fink will foul that breaking ball off his front foot. Two and 2 the count. And Groom will come to the plate. Fastball popped in the air high, shallow left field, and it's Killian coming on to make the play. And we go to the 6th, no damage done. We're tied at 2. Troopers coming up in the 6th. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Are you a weekend warrior battling a nagging injury? Whether it's biking, hiking, backpacking, or seasonal yard work, don't let those aches and pains become something more. This is Charlotte Walter, physical therapist with Wyoming Rehab. We can help you feel better and get in shape for all of your upcoming endeavors. Give us a call and we'll set you up with a free screen and treatment recommendation for your non-emergent pains. Sheridan Memorial Hospital's Wyoming Rehab, 674-1632.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, as we go to the top of the 6th. Tied at 2. Holden's still in there for Gillette doing the pitching. And now we got a battle going here with 2 innings to play. Gillette took the lead, Troopers tied it. Gillette took the lead, Troopers tied it. Both teams have a solo home run in the game to tie it up for the Troops. It was Trevor Stowe. So now we go to top of 6. So each team with 6 outs left to see what they can get done. Again, winner will play in the state championship game tomorrow. Later on today, the only game left today, Cheyenne and Jackson will play at 4 o'clock. And the DH, Dalton Nelson, will step in for the Troops. And again, a great contact hitter. He struck out 4 times this summer. And the first pitch is going to be pop up in the infield. And second baseman, shortstop will make the play. So Nelson 0 for 3 today.
Number 1, Trevor Stowe.
So Trevor Stowe now will step in. Trevor 1 for 2 on the day. Flew out to center. Or I should say popped out to third, and then a solo jack in the 4th off Holden. And here's the first pitch to Stowe. Fastball in there at the knees for strike 1 on the outer third of the plate. And again, as I said that last at bat, don't make a mistake. And then he threw the next pitch, and it was a mistake. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball up high for ball 1. I would throw anything but breaking balls to Trevor Stowe if I'm pitching. You throw a fastball and you miss, he will hit it forever. Here's the 1-1 to Stowe. And another fastball down low and away for ball 2. 2-1 to count. Waiting on deck, Cody Kilpatrick. Again, tie ball game, top of 6. Next pitch to Stowe. Oh, he hit it well, but it's going to be foul. He got a great rip at that. The ball was inside, and he put a charge into it. You missed by 4 more inches, and that's, again, in the jailhouse. In the Sheridan County Jail, just over the right center field wall. Only seen 1 ball hit into the jailhouse in the last 30 years. Here's the 2-2 to Stowe. And this one's going to be popped in the air right side. Fink, the first baseman, giving chase down the line and cannot get to it. Foul ball. We'll do it again. That was fouled by a long way, by the way. And I don't know if Fink is nimble enough to go get it. Don't you like that? I've never used the word nimble in a broadcast in my life. Here's the 2-2 now to Stowe. 1 out here for the Troopers. Top of 6. Here's the 2-2 from Holden. Fastball, and he hammers it in the left field for a single. Hit well, and Stowe jumped on that one. So Trevor now has 2 hits in the game, and that'll bring up Cody Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick 0 for 2 in the ball game.
Number 16, Cody Kilpatrick.
You should say 0 for 1, a walk, and he popped out to the third baseman. So the Troopers now with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Stowe at first, and Kilpatrick steps in. Holden to the plate. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike 1. And now the 0-1 to Kilpatrick. And a balk is going to be called. And I think the pitcher flinched, didn't he? Time was called. Oh, I thought the pitcher, Holden, flinched. I thought they called a balk. Time was called, and maybe that's why he flinched. I thought they had called a balk. Kilpatrick called time, now in the 0-1. And he misses up high and away. I thought a balk had been called because I saw Holden did flinch, but it was because time was called. And now 1-1, the count to Cody Kilpatrick here in the top of 6 with 1 out for the Troop. And the 1-1. Fastball just misses the outside corner. Not by much. And now 2-1 the count to Kilpatrick. Waiting on deck, Caden Steele. If we get there. Stowe gets his lead at first. Holden will take a look. And will come to the plate. And he threw that one in the dirt. Ball gets away, but Stowe can't advance. Just didn't get a good read off of it. He probably could have made second, but I just don't think he saw it well enough when it first went off the catcher's shin guard. And now 3-1 the count to Kilpatrick, so it's 1 pitch in 1 spot right here for Cody. And Holden definitely doesn't want to walk him. Here's the 3-1. Fastball in there for strike 2. Good pitch. Tough one to handle, too. At the knees on the outer third is a tough pitch to go unless you're going to go the other way with it. And now the payoff pitch to Cody Kilpatrick. The count full. Holden holding it, and now we'll come to the plate. Going to be a ground ball to second baseman. Taylor made double play, flips onto short, and the double play. They got it, so the Troopers are erased on a 4-6-3 double play. And we go to the bottom of 6. We're tied at 2. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Have you heard? Sheridan has a new local podcast called Talk Local, Talk Sheridan. It is Sheridan focused and will be talking with business owners and locals about everything and anything to do with Sheridan. If you're interested in submitting a topic or would like to be on an episode to discuss something to do with Sheridan, then send an email to info@talklocaltalksheridan. And be sure to subscribe online so you don't miss the latest episodes.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. We go to the bottom of 6. We're still tied at 2, and the Riders will come to the plate. And coming up for the Riders will be Colson Cluck, the left fielder. He struck out and walked. And Dylan Greeno-Groom still on the mound for the Troops. Again, Cheyenne and Jackson at 4 o'clock if you want to come out to the ballpark. In the way this goofy bracket's set up, Cheyenne, whether they win or lose, go to the championship game. But I think it's an equitable bracket. They try not to match up people that have played each other as long as they can. But we do know the winner of this game is going to the championship game. I don't see Cheyenne getting upset by Jackson. That's not going to happen, I don't think. But you know what? Call me crazy if they do. And it looks like whoever is going to play tomorrow, whoever wins this game is going to have to win 2 games tomorrow. That's the bottom line. Gillette will host the regional. So whoever gets the championship game, if Gillette gets there, the other team knows they're going no matter what. So here we go. Dylan Greeno-Groom will step in. And Colson Cluck, the left fielder. Again, a walk and a strikeout today, will step in. And the first pitch from Dylan. Swing and a miss for strike 1. The weather has been so great this week. The crowds have been so great here at Thornrider. And again, a big thank you to all the fans, out-of-town fans, especially the Sheridan people, for coming out and watching these games. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. Good pitch. Breaking ball in that outside corner. And now the 0-2. Fastball ripped down the left field line fair. And this will be extra bases. Killian will cut it off. And the runner's going to stop. Oh, he's going to be held to it. I'll tell you what, Dave Killian get a great relay. And the runner had to stop, and they hold him to a single. So Cluck held to a single. That had extra bases written all over it, and Killian got there in a hurry and just fired a bullet back into the infield. And the runner was about halfway to second, and Cluck had to stop and retreat. And the good thing is, as Caden Steele steps in, he struck out twice today. The double play still intact. Breaking ball in there. Must have been a little bit high for ball 1. I just love the comments from the fans during baseball. If you're an umpire, I have a list of the greatest comments ever made to umpires. And Keith Kelly has about 3 of them on that list. Here's the 1-0 that scored a bunt. And a strike 1 called as he misses the bunt opportunity. Again, you're playing for 1 run now. I mean, we're in the top of the bottom of the 6th inning, and we're tied at 2. So you're playing for a run now. So it's small ball time. You just want to get a run if you can. So I think Loftus will probably square again, and he will, and he'll let that one go. Oh, they call it oh, it's a ball. Oh, it's a great pitch. You got to be kidding me. It was a breaking ball. Groom dropped the hammer. That's right down the middle. Well, sometimes you blink. Here's the 2-1. Loftus squares the bunt again. Another breaking ball. He'll bunt it up the first base line. Groom, and the play made it first. No, he beat it. Great bunt. Great bunt, but the ire of the Sheridan fans down the home plate umpire for not calling that second pitch a strike. But that was just a bunt in no man's land, and Greeno-Groom had to go field it himself. And Cluck got down the line, or Loftus, I should say, got down the line in a hurry. Now Gillette with the advantage. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Jamin Kalani in there. He hit a solo home run and struck out. And right now, Dylan Greeno-Groom needs a double play ball. He needs a ground ball in the infield somewhere. And they'll score the bunt again, up high for ball 1. That was just really a great bunt by Loftus. Great bunt. I mean, he bunted in a spot where no one could get to it. And now Cody Kilpatrick and Michael Greer are going to come over, go to the mound, and talk with Dylan Greeno-Groom how they want to play this if we get a bunt. Here's the 1-0. Well, it's all about communication right now with your pitcher. If you got a shot at third, you take it. And Collada at the plate will square again. And he'll bunt it down the third. Oh, great bunt. Groom fields it, throws across in time for the out. But the runners advance. That was another great bunt, though. Tremendous. That's back-to-back great bunts. And Groom did a great job just to throw him out. And now we're going to get Schilling, or going to get a pinch hitter here. And now we've got Ben Phillips is going to go talk to the mound, or go out to the mound to visit. Let's talk it over. What do we want to do? And let's hit for Dylan. You know what? Great job today for Dylan Greeno-Groom. Kept his guys in it, threw a lot of pitches, but he's going to get a standing ovation. That's 4 days in a row with great pitching by the Troopers. Great pitching by the Troopers. So Dillon's done after 6 1/3, and we'll get a break. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Ready for a new career? TrueBuilt Builders, Sheridan's leader in custom post-frame buildings and homes, for over 24 years is expanding their workforce and is currently taking applications for all skill levels. You'll work for a community-oriented building company that's been supporting local sports teams, rodeo, FFA, 4-H, and more. You'll be offered a competitive wage depending on your experience with an opportunity for advancement and training. Contact Jim or Brenda at TrueBuilt Builders, 752-0631, or email truebuiltjobs@vcn.com.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, it's going to be Dalton Nelson going to the mound. Dylan Greedo Groom again. That's 4 days in a row. You had Trevor Stowe, Nate Killian, Brendan Mortensen. The first 3 days were great. Again, the Troopers kind of gave that one away to Cheyenne in game 2. Nate Killian was super. I mean, he's the one guy you felt sorry for in that loss to Cheyenne was Nate Killian. And then Dylan Greeno Groom goes 6 1/3 today and does a great job keeping his guys in it. Now the Troopers, at the bottom of 6, you got 1 out, runners on 2nd and 3rd. And now Nate Perleyberg will go to work here, the head coach for Gillette. You better be ready for anything right here. I mean, they'll steal home, they'll suicide squeeze, but at this point, you're just trying to get a run. So the Troopers' defense is going to have to be on their toes.
Now batting number 3, Riley Schilling.
So Riley Schilling will step in, the catcher. And again, they'll steal home. They're going to suicide. I would be shocked if they don't try to lay a bunt down here, because it's been kind of the modus operandi of Nate Perleyberg for years. He will try anything to get a run. He'll even try to steal your wallet to get a run. I mean, that's how bad he wants this run right now. And they're going to square to bunt. They'll lay it down. Runner comes to the plate. We're going to throw to first, and it is going to be safe. Runner coming home. The ball flies into right field, and Gillette leads. Doggone it. The throw over the head of Caden Steele. And Gillette has the lead, 3-2. And now the jam continues as Hecker will step in with now runners on the corner. Again, they'll lay it down anytime, and they did right there. You got to convert. It was a good bunt. He killed it right in front of the plate. I don't think Kilpatrick, the catcher, can get there quick enough to come back and make the play at the plate. So now 3-2 Gillette with 1 out. Bottom of 6. Runners on the corners. And Nelson to the plate. Fastball down low for ball 1. Well, now it's going to be on the Troopers to try to get back in this thing. And they've got 3 outs to do it. And now the 1-0. Fastball going to be driven into the left field. It's going to get a run across over the head of Killian, up against the wall. 1 run will come across, and we'll have runners on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. That ball was hit a little bit better than I thought, as Hecker will double. And now it's a 4-2 game, and the Troopers in trouble. 1 out, runners at 1st and 2nd. And we're back to the top of the order for the Rough Riders. So Gillette busted open here in the bottom of 6. And now the Troopers, they are in a tight spot right now. Got to get out of this any way they can. And Nelson will come to the plate. First pitch, fastball in there for strike 1. And now the 0-1 from Nelson. Swing and a miss for strike 2 on a breaking ball or a changeup. Little off speed. 0-2 the count. Mason Drew waits on deck. And the 0-2 to Peterson. Ground ball at Greer. Dives, makes the play. Throws to the plate, and they get the runner at the plate. That's a great play by Michael Greer to cut down the runner at the plate. Wow. What a great heads-up play.
Now batting number 24.
That's a great play by Greer. A diving play at third and comes to the plate, and they get the runner easily. So now 2 outs in the bottom of 6. And Drew will come to the plate. Hitless today. 0 for 3. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Riders lead the Troopers right now 4-2. First pitch down low for ball 1. Well, at this point, the Troopers know they've got to come up with a big inning in their last at bat to stay alive. And now the 1-0. Runners go. Throw down. No throw. As the runner will go down to second. That's all right. And the count will be 1-1. To Drube. So runners on second and third with 2 outs here at the bottom of 6. And here's the 1-1 from Nelson. Going to be hit well, but hooking foul down the left field line. 1-2 the count. Well, Dalton, make your best pitch right here. Try to get out of this. Damage has been done. Gillette leading it 4-2. Time called by the batter at the plate. Now Drew will step back in. And now the 1-2 from Nelson. Fastball, foul again, ripped foul down the third base line. And now we're ready to go again. The 1-2 again from Dalton Nelson. Fastball down low, gets away from Kilpatrick, and the runner at third will score. And now it's a 5-2 ball game, and the Troopers in big trouble. Runner on third with 2 outs. That ball was in the dirt. Kilpatrick blocked it, but it got away from him. And now it's a 5-2 ball game. And the hole for the Troopers gets a little deeper now. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Nelson's just got to get out of this now. 2-2 the count. And a ground ball foul. And you can remember last night, Gillette had a 5-0 lead against Cheyenne and absolutely melted down and lost. And when we're talking American Legion Baseball, my friends, anything can happen. So stick with us. But Nelson's got to get out with this. You can't have any more damage right now. Try to get out of this thing. Here's the 2-2 from Dalton. Breaking ball, fouled at the plate. We'll do it again. Again, runner on second, 2 outs. Bottom of 6, Gillette leads 5-2. So at least the Troopers know they need a big half inning coming up to try to stay alive. And now the 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So the Troopers now know they need 3 to stay alive, 4 to take the lead. We go to their last at bat. It's Gillette 4. Troopers are 5, Troopers 2 on the Range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9
The
FM.
reasons to treat yourself to a frozen drink from McDonald's go on and on and on. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
New frozen drinks are here at McDonald's. Enjoy flavors like frozen blue raspberry. Right now, only on the app, get an any size frozen drink for just $1.59. Offer valid 7-11 to 8/10 at participating U.S. McDonald's. Valid 1 time a day, excludes tax. McD app download and registration required.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, the Troops down to their last 3 outs. 5-2 Gillette. It's not looking good, but you know what? You never know. You got Caden Steele to lead it off. It'll be Steele, Hamrick, and it'll be Caden Steele, Cale Hamrick, and Brock Steele to try to get this started for the Troopers here in the top of the 7th. Doggone it. Well, no tomorrow for the Troops. Got to get it done. They need 3 to tie. And Caden will step in. And it's going to be Holden. They're going to leave him in there. He's going to try to go the distance. And the first pitch to Caden Steele. It is a breaking ball out of the strike zone for ball 1. And the 1-0. Going to be fly ball down the right field line. Got a chance to be fair, and it is fair. Going to go into the corner, and Steele will double the lead off the 7th. Hit that a long way, and it stayed fair. Well, a good way to start it. I keep wanting to call them the Camels. Maybe I'll just start calling them the Camels. The Gillette Camels instead of the Riders. Is that disrespectful? Yeah. Now, Cale Hamrick will step in. Again, the Troopers with a little life there with a double by Steele down the right field line. And the first pitch to Cale is down low for ball 1. And again, remember this Gillette team melted down last night. They had, look, the Troopers had shine right where they wanted them. Gillette had them dead to rights last night and blew it. Maybe you can get the ghosts of that happening if they can get a couple more base runners here. And here's the 1-0 to Hamrick. And that's a strike of the knees on the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 the count to Cale. Cale today 0 for 2. And now the 1-1 to Hamrick. That misses down low for ball 2. 2-1 the count. And now the 2-1 to Cale Hamrick from Holden. And this one's going to be fouled up and out of play into the parking lot. 5-2 Gillette. Troopers down to their last at bat. 2-2 the count on to Cale Hamrick and Caden Steele out at second base with a leadoff double. Again, the Troopers need 3 to tie and 4 to take the lead. Remember, yesterday they got 6 against Laramie in their final at bat. Boy, you'd love to see something like that today, wouldn't you? And here's the 2-2 to Hamrick. Fastball driven into right field. Hit it too well, though, right at the right fielder. He'll make the play. Steele's going to go to third, and he is going to be out. No, he's safe. Oh! Oh! The throw beat him, but he made it. It was a great slide by Caden. Hamrick hit it on the button to right field. I didn't think Steele would tag. He did. I thought he was going to be dead meat. The ball got there before he did, but the third baseman missed the tag. And now it'll be Brock Steele stepping in. Nate Killian on deck. Again, the Troopers still need 3. 1 out with a runner on third here in the top of the 7th. They still need 3 runs to tie. First pitch to Brock up high for ball 1. And the 1-0 to Steele. That's outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Boy, that was a gutty tag up by Caden Steele. Ooh, boy. I thought he was out by a mile, but somehow the third baseman blew the tag. Here's the 2-1. And that is in there, a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. Yeah, the Troopers are taking all the way till they get a strike. Troopers down to the last 2 outs. 2-1 the count to Brock. Steele digs in, and Holden driven into right center field. Center fielder comes over. Right fielder will make the play. It's going to score a run, and now the Troopers down to their last out. So Brock Steele with a sac fly makes it a 5-3 game. That's Brock's second sac fly RBI of the game, and now Nate Killian is the last guy. Nate has struck out twice today. Troopers down to their last out. They are down 5-3. Nobody on, and it's going to take a whale of a rally. Not likely, not probable, but possible. So Nate is struck out twice, once looking, once swinging, as he faces Holden. First pitch, foul tip at the plate for strike one. Carter Dubberly waits on deck if we get there. Next pitch, fastball low and away for ball one. You can always tell by the tone of my voice, if you've been listening to radio long enough, if it's dire straits or if we're winning. It's dire right now. Here's the 1-1 to Killian. And there's a fastball in the outside corner for called strike two. Now the Troopers down to their last strike. And somehow Nate Killian's got to find a way. 1-2 the count to Nate, so the Troopers down to their last strike of the season. And that one's going to be thrown away. A fastball down in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Still the Troopers down to their final strike of the season. See if Nate can keep it going here as Carter Dubberly waits on deck. He would love a chance. Here's the 2-2. And if fouled out of play, he'll stay alive. Great pitching efforts by the Troopers this week, though. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Here's the 2-2, and that one's going to be outside. The count will go full. So 2 outs, top of 7. Troopers down 5-3. And here's the payoff pitch to Killian. And Carter Dubberly waits on deck, the 9-hole hitter. And here's the 3-2. It's going to be ground ball. And it's going to be a base hit into left field. Nate Killian comes through. A rocket into left. The third baseman dove at it, but was by him by the time he dove. And now Carter Dubberly will step in, so new life for the Troop. Troop's down 2. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Runner on first, and Carter Dubberly will step in. Carter flew out to the left, struck out, and now we go to work. First pitch, fastball in the dirt for ball one. Be nice if Holden would throw a couple to the backstop right now, or at least one. Michael Greer waits on deck, and Dubberly back in the box. Here's the 1-0 from Holden. And that'll be a called strike. And again, the Troopers taking all the way until you get a strike. And now 1-1 the count. Now the at-bat starts for Dubberly. Now here's the at-bat. Gets underway right now. Again, Troopers down to the last out. Here's the 1-1 to Carter. And that's going to be grounded to the shortstop. This might be it. He bobbles, has to throw across. Not in time! And Dubberly beat it out. Oh, the Trooper's still alive. Wow. Tailor-made. Routine. Nate Perleyberg, the coach from Gillette, is on the field right now calling his guys in. That was hit so hard. That's an easy one. Sometimes the routine is the toughest. The spectacular play is easy because you just react. You start thinking about the easy one. Goes right up the shortstop. Little bobble. Carter runs well. And now Michael Greer will step in. How about a little 3-run jack right here? Well, the Troopers again down to their last out. Runners on first and second. And the top of the order in there, Michael Greer. Wow. Let's see how it goes down. Greer. First pitch from Holden. And he'll drive it into right field, but it's right at the right fielder. And this is going to do it. Yep. Gillette wins it. And the Trooper season is over. That's too bad. Michael hit it on the button, but again, a little bit too high. And Gillette wins the ball game. And the Trooper season has come to an end. And that's a damn shame because it's been a great year. You know what? You got to tip your cap to your Trooper players, folks. They've had a great year. And now handshakes all around between the two teams. But you know what? It's brutal when you lose that last game and your season's over. It's brutal. So the Troopers go down 5-3. But you know what? You got to win or lose, right? That's the way it is. That just stinks when you get beat. And that's all I can say about that. 5-3, the final. Troopers lose. And so coming up later on this afternoon, if I seem down, I am down because you got to love these kids because they're all Sheridan, Bighorn, Buffalo kids, Tongue River kids, all play. They're all of our guys. They're all Sheridan County, Johnson County guys. Love them all. And it's just a damn shame when the season comes to an end. And right now, Michael Greer and the third baseman from Gillette at home plate. This is what this is all about, though. Talk about sportsmanship. You know, I'm not a big guy in sportsmanship, but Michael Greer and the third baseman from Gillette just hugged each other at home plate. You know, you've been battling all year, you've been battling all weekend, and if you can do that, that's pretty cool. And it just stinks when the season ends. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Well, thank you, folks. I want to thank all of our sponsors for bringing you Trooper Baseball this summer. I want to thank all of them because our business community in our town steps up to the plate for our kids. They sponsor so we can bring these games to you. I got great IT guys, Steve Sisson, Steve Schreffler, Dylan Daniels, the game today, working our cameras and everything. James Timberlake also working our cameras this season. It was so super that everybody got involved in this and we're all in. And guess what's coming up next? On August 8th, the Sheridan Bronc football team will start practice and we will have live radio and webcasts of Bronc regular season football games for you on KWYO and 106.9 FM and also our live video web stream. And our guys I just talked about will have all those games live for you. And it's just a damn shame that it had to end this way for the Troopers. Gillette 5, Sheridan 3. And that's going to wrap up our broadcast this afternoon, everybody. Thanks again, Dylan, for being here. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM.